Hi, my name is Prince Smith, CEO and founder of Adventurous Minds Studios.
Hi, I'm Lamont Pounds, founder and CEO of Adventurous Minds Studios.
Together we partner up with Clip Studio Paint to bring you high quality animation tutorials.
We're going to show you the process from storyboard to animation. Let's begin. Storyboards are an essential part of the filmmaking process. It's basically the blueprint for the film. The whole concept of storyboarding is to represent the concept as closely as possible to what the animation will look like in the end. So your audience should be able to follow and understand the story through the sequence of frames you illustrate. Here you want to decide what's going on in every frame. You want to find the elements such as the character, the objects, the background, and you want to find the best shot type to communicate the event. Arrows are a good indicator of what's happening in the scene. We like to use arrows to whether that's panning, whether it's zooming in, whether it's zooming out, and also coloring. Now me, I like coloring personally, just because of the aesthetics, the way it looks cool to me. Coloring is such a great use for separating your characters from the surroundings so that the eye doesn't become distracted.
All right, here we're gonna bring up our storyboard. This is what we're gonna be working with. This will be located in the description down below of the video. You got 6 panels going from top to bottom. You also got the number of the page here. This is where you want to be more organized. So page 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You also got S for scene. Every time the scenery changes or location changes, the number will change here. And cut is how many shots is going to be in that scene. So every time there's a different shot will be a different number.
And here we have action. Now action is everything I explained in the beginning. It is pretty much to help the viewer see for themselves everything that you've illustrated in each panel. So what goes here? A description of the shot, any relevant information on the action, the dialogue or composition, arrows to indicate camera and/or character movement, or how each shot connects to the next. That is action.
We also got dialogue. Dialogue is pretty much clarifying which character is talking in the scene. And you want to be detailed and clear on this. You don't want to be confused on who's talking. Right. Also, we got time. Some storyboard artists like to actually clock their work by using a stopwatch to see how long a movement actually flows. But here we do a little bit differently.
We like realistic animation. So when it comes to building these scenes, we like to take in a lot of live reference videos. We like to record ourselves acting out the actions of the character. And from there we find the frame count, send that over to the animatic stage, kind of fine tune that to find the right pacing of the action that serves the scene well.
We start the new canvas. We're gonna go to File, New, and make sure we're going to be on Illustrator because that's what we're doing. So once you're on Illustrator, the width I have 2400, height 3443. Now we're going to go to File, Import Image to bring in that storyboard that we just created. So there you go. Once that come up, you're going to notice that the bottom's cropped off. That's okay. We can always change by going to Edit, Change Canvas Size, and just simply drag that little cursor at the bottom down to get that height and hit OK. And as you can see, there's 6 boxes. We want to make sure that each box is in its own folder. That way we can stay organized and clean and we can always find something. So what I like to do is, I like to select new folder and you'll find it on the 3rd little icon from the right in your layers palette. And then create 6 folders. Then you want to number each folder from 1 through 6, starting from the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, going up. Each folder you want to create 2 layers. One's going to be for notes, or you can label it action for when something happens, action, or dialogue. And then the second layer is going to be the sketch where we're actually going to be doing the drawing. Now we're going to create another folder on top of these 6 folders that you already create. The reason why we're doing that, because that's going to be the page number. So we're going to rename that page number 1. And then we're going to click and drag those 6 other folders into that page folder. For the page number layer that we just created, we're obviously going to put page number 1 and then section. And we're also gonna do scene number 1, cut number 1. So when we're drawing our first frame, you wanna make sure that you're in a sketch layer, and you wanna make sure that this is quick, rough sketches. You don't wanna put a ton of detail in the beginning because you can always scratch it, and you don't wanna waste all that time. So here we are, I'm just doing simple little lines, seeing where the eyes are. Once your sketch is done, you want to go to your action layer, and this is where we're going to be describing what's going on in this first little box. So here I got monster backing away from camera. So as you can see, you can kind of see how the monster is slowly panning away as he's lifting up his hammer and he's smashing it down on the ground. I have some description, I know it's not a lot, but at least we know what's going on. I also went ahead and did a couple more pages to add a little bit more excitement to what's going on. On page 3, I got our main character. She is coming toward the camera with her double sword. Notice that the rocks is rising up. And then as she's doing that, the camera is panning back away to a full shot. And here on page 4, you see her gathering herself to jump toward the rocks. Now that your storyboards are done, I like to save them as a PNG. So to do that, I go to File, Export Single Layer, and select PNG. You can save them as a JPEG or a Photoshop file if you're planning on working in Photoshop, but for me, PNG is okay.
Thank you for watching.